morning, thanks for joining me. This is Future Caroline popping in to say, sorry, I'm just trying to make myself focus. Future Caroline popping in to say that the video you are about to see is part 2 of my Q&A, but when I filmed it first, and I talk about it in the intro as though it's the first part of my recent Q&A. So just bear with me through that. I know it sounds wrong because you've already seen the first part, but here we are with part 2. I hope you enjoy it. Good morning, thanks for joining me. I hope everybody's well. Slightly different background. I'm not sure if I like it yet. We shall see. But I thought I'd sit on the sofa for this one, as it's a chatty one, and just made myself a coffee. And I'm going to be answering some of your questions today. I asked on both, I thought it was a good time to do it because I've had a bit of an influx of new subscribers. So welcome, new subscribers. Thank you for clicking on that subscribe button. I hope I can be as entertaining or informative or whatever it is you're looking for that you hope for. So thank you. I always enjoy a Q&A video, whether it's watching one or making one myself. So I asked for questions on both Instagram and on a community post on YouTube, and you have given me some questions, and I'm hoping, not sure if I'm going to get through them all in one video. We're starting with the ones on Instagram. I have screenshots of them all. There's actually only 2 pages of screenshots of these ones, so we might get through all of them if I'm succinct in one video. Who knows? Let's start anyway. So the first question is from Busy Bee Marie, and she says, if you could design your dream house, what would it look like? Many years ago, we always said that one day we will design and build our own house, and we're too old for that now. We've done so many renovations on so many houses that I don't have it in me to start from the ground upwards, to be honest. It almost feels like we've done that with this house. Sorry, I accidentally dropped my phone. Almost feels like we have done that with this house, because over the 10 years that we've lived here, we have changed it substantially, bit by bit, slowly. And I guess in a way that this is, I mean, this was when I first came to view this house, I'd never dreamed in a month of Sundays that I would be able to live in a house like this, and it just so happened that through Ashley's job and through the fates of the gods, which I've talked about in a video actually somewhere, I can't remember exactly where or what it was called, but if I can find it, I'll pop a link up here. But yeah, it just so happened that everything aligned and we were able to live in a house like this. You know, for years, every time I drove up the driveway, I sort of had to pinch myself that this was my house. Yeah, so in many ways, this house is our dream house. We are making it step by step into our dream house, I guess. So that this is what my dream house would look like. And I never ever forget that I am very privileged and lucky to live in such a beautiful place. Honestly, I've never in my wildest dreams imagined that I would be able to live somewhere like this, so it is a blessing indeed. The next question was from Lorne Neath on Instagram, and she or he says, we know you love your books, but does Ashley read anything? Ashley does read, yes. He has always read, but probably reads more now than he did 20 years ago, let's say. He quite enjoys horror type things. He read all of James Herbert's books many years ago, and he likes ghost stories. He likes stories that are in long series, books that are in long series. He's got 2 long series of ghost stories or ghost hunter type stories on the go that he really enjoys, and he also likes Greek and Roman history, mythology and all that sort of thing, and he's also currently in the middle of reading Don Quixote. He's more highbrow in his reading choices than I am, I have to say, but he doesn't read as much as me, but he reads probably arguably better quality literature, I guess. Funnily enough, the next question is from Sarah J. Gurney, and she says, do you believe in ghosts? I don't believe in ghosts, I don't think. That having been said, I've been to a couple of spiritualist shows, and I'm interested, and I think it's very comforting. Sorry, I haven't turned the sound on my phone off. Just do that. I think it's very comforting for people to believe that their loved ones are sending signs back and that stuff, and I would never want people not to think that if that comforts them. However, at my very core, my belief is that when you die, that's it. I think you die and you're gone, and that's the end. Just my belief, and I absolutely accept that other people can have other beliefs and religious beliefs and so on, but that is what I believe. So I don't really believe, I guess what I'm saying is, in order to believe in ghosts I'd have to believe in an afterlife, and I don't really. Sketty Go says, hi Caroline, I love your content. Will you show us your outfits for New York City and the cruise home? Yes, definitely. I am planning individual daily vlogs in New York, sort of similar to what, if you were with me 5 years ago, was it 5 years ago really? I think it was 5 years ago when we did this very same trip. I'm planning to do my content almost exactly the same, so there will be daily vlogs for travel day and 3 days in New York, and then there will be some cruise content as well, and definitely outfits of the evening. I've even bought a new vlogging camera, completely different from any vlogging camera I've ever had before, and I'm going to I don't know why I do this to myself. I'm so busy at the moment, and I'm now going to have to watch hundreds of YouTube tutorials to even have any idea how to operate a gimbal camera, how I'm going to operate this camera. It comes with a separate microphone and all sorts of stuff. It's very next level vlogging, but this camera's let me down a couple of times recently, and I didn't want to get to New York and have all my content not work. I've had a couple of instances where the sound has been there and it looks to me like the picture's there, but in the edit the picture has disappeared, and I would be devastated if that happened. So I felt it was time for a new camera, and I knew I wanted this different type of camera, and I just wasn't expecting to have to learn it quite such a short time, because I'm not great with new tech generally, and it is complicated. So we shall see. But yes, there will be lots of New York content for sure. Mrs. Marsden here says, are you still on Mount Jaro? How's it going? I think this is going out just after my next Mount Jaro video is going out, so I'm going to assume that I've already answered that at this point, but if I haven't, there will be another Mount Jaro video soon. I'm a bit mixed up with when things are going up, but I think you will have just seen the video on that. Next question is from Sue O'Sullivan 58, and she says, what is your favourite place to shop for clothes? I have loved this year doing the monthly Shein videos. I've found some really nice pieces on Shein. This shirt, for example, that will have surprised me in terms of quality and longevity. Not everything is great from that. I think you could say that about any shop, couldn't you? But I found some really nice things on Shein. I always go on there and I always find something I like. I really like Marks and Spencer's for good everyday basics as well. My jeans come from Marks and Spencer's, generally speaking, and they're really good. I've gone off New Look this year. I used to really like New Look, and I go on their website now and I don't find an awful lot that I like. Yours Clothing I did a haul from recently and found some. I guess what I'm saying is I don't really have a favourite clothes shop. I think clothes shops, all of them, whether they're online or in store or a bit of both, go up and down, and sometimes I find, like for years I really liked New Look and found a lot I like in there, and now not so much at the moment, but I don't doubt that will change again. So I'm not hung up on getting stuff from a particular shop. I like to feel like I'm getting good value for money. I like to feel like I'm getting decent quality considering what I'm paying, and I'm very driven by finding something, you know, particular individual items rather than where they come from. I don't know if any of that makes sense at all. Hope it does. Right, the next question is from Moira Instance, who says, where are you spending Christmas this year? I think I've already talked about this fairly recently, but if you didn't see that video, we are spending Christmas for the first time ever, Christmas Day, with my brother. We have seen him on Christmas days and Christmases past, but we've never had Christmas lunch together. I haven't had Christmas lunch with my brother since we both lived at home, so that would be really nice. So we're going to Nick and Amanda's, their kids will be there, William's also coming with us, my son, my mum's going to be there, Amanda's parents are going to be there, and I'm really looking forward to it. Linny, L-N-N-E-Y, asks favourite book and favourite food. My favourite food has to be cheese. I bloody love cheese. Anything cheesy. You're watching, flicking through videos on Instagram or TikTok and a dish with cheese, you know, a nice cheese pull comes up. I am all over that. Almost everything saved in my recipe folders is a cheesy dish. Cheese in all its forms is my absolute favourite food. Obviously I like all sorts of foods, but cheese is my one favourite food. Probably how I ended up looking like this. Favourite book? I don't really have a favourite book as such. A book that I have gone back to time and time again, which I guess you could say is my favourite book, is Rachel's Holiday by Marian Keyes. I loved that book, and then I enjoyed the follow-up, Again Rachel, which came out after about a 20-year gap, I think. But I'm planning on revisiting all the Walsh sisters books by Marian Keyes at some point. I've revisited books this year, the Cazalet series, which I've talked about, Cazalet Chronicles, and really enjoyed those. They were a story, 4 books set but before and during the Second World War and a little bit afterwards as well. About a family, a big family, and they followed the trials and tribulations, and I've read them before and also watched the TV series, and I decided to revisit them this year, and very much enjoyed reading them again. And next year I'm going to reread Penny Vincenzi's Spoils of Time trilogy, which again follows a family, again a historical wartime, and I'm very much looking forward to that. But that segued off, didn't it? I could talk about books all day, but unfortunately book content is not the most popular on my YouTube channel, so I'll stop at that point. Next question, where are we? From Julia Jones, who says, what are you looking forward to next year apart from holidays? Next year I am looking forward to starting my new project. It's something that is related to my YouTube channel that I have been setting up this year and hoped to launch before Christmas, and time has just got away with me, and I had to decide about a month ago, Caroline, you can't do this now. So that is on the back burner until January. I'm planning now to launch it in January, so I'm looking forward to that. I'm looking forward to hopefully reducing my eBay business a little bit, my reselling. I've done that this year. That has reduced down in terms of the amount of time I spend on it, and I would like to do a bit more reduction of that, whilst recognising that it still does pay a big chunk of my bills, in order to free up my time to do this other new thing that I'm launching, and another project that I would like to get off the ground but I haven't. In fact, I've got 2 other projects that I'd like to get off the ground that I just simply haven't had the time or bandwidth for. So I'm looking forward to hopefully being able to do all those things. That's all work type stuff, isn't it? So on a personal level, obviously holidays, as you've said, but you don't want me to say holidays. And possibly getting the kitchen done in the house maybe next year. That might go into the next year because the builder is very, very busy. And obviously money is a factor as well, you know, new kitchens with new back doors and all the work that goes into that is not, it doesn't cost 5p, does it? And we like to maintain our lifestyle at the same time as having work done on the house, so you know, you have to allocate funds in the best way. So that might not be next year. I'm not set on that being next year, but it would be nice if it was, but we shall see. Trisha W.1 asks me, hi Caroline, may I ask, since you lost weight using medication, has your knee pain improved? I'm assuming again that I will have addressed this. I haven't filmed the video yet, even though I'm filming this one, talking about another one that you're going to see before this that I haven't yet filmed. If you're not confused by that, I don't know what will confuse you, because I'm confused and I know what I mean. I will have addressed this in my latest Mounjaro video, that if you haven't seen it yet, if it hasn't come out yet, it will be coming out very shortly. And the final question I think on here is, am I right in saying this is the final question? Yes, what is your, it's Working Welsh Mummy asked me, what is your favourite season stroke time of year? I am a hot weather person rather than a cold weather person. However, I love the fact that in this country we have properly defined seasons. We missed out spring and summer this year. I missed those. They didn't happen. Not properly anyway, not to my satisfaction. So I would say that I like all the seasons. I enjoy the coziness of autumn, and I don't really enjoy winter. I'd be lying if I said I enjoyed winter, but I love the winter going into spring. So I like all the seasons apart from winter, I think. But even I don't mind winter. I like the fact we have different seasons. I wouldn't like to live somewhere where you didn't have a bit of a change throughout the year, because I like to be able to change from winter fashion to summer fashion, you know. So yes, I think it's nice to have lots of different seasons, but if I had to pick one, it would be the warmer weather seasons, the spring and the summer. The summer really would be my favourite. Right, I think I'm going to do the other questions in a separate video, because I feel like I've banged on for quite a long time. So thank you so much for watching this one, and if you ask me a question on YouTube, look out for part 2 of the Q&A, and that will be up soon. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.